Chipper Chat, this is Chipper Chat Chat. This is where we rap about what Chipper Chat Chat is. Podcast made from two 90 round boys, both 30 years old, buying all the fresh toys. One of us anime, other Marvel fanboys, both drawing hella shit, bringing fans hella joy. Both love to talk shit, that you're making more noise. If you're in a current game, don't fuck with these boys.
What up, Chipper Chats? This is, what episode? 27 of Chipper Chat Chat. The new year, what is it? 2016? First episode of the year. That's ridiculous.
Is that really? Did we not record one?
Yeah, the last one was Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. So right before the year ended then.
But yeah, 2016. We were at 27 episodes in. I don't know when we began Chipper Chat Chat. Or was it last year?
You'd have to fact check that one. I'm not really sure.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
We've got such an interesting year for movies ahead of us.
Oh boy. We've got, it's chock-a-block.
Yeah.
It is a chock-a-block.
All those things. The block is chalked.
It's chalked up. It's chalked right up the block comic-related movies. We've got some video game-related movies that whatever. We've got video game stuff. We've got I don't know, probably some cartoons. I don't know.
All kinds of stuff.
We've got lots of good stuff. Lots of goodies. That people should just be happy that we're getting.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't think about it too hard. Just be like, new stuff.
New stuff. Like, I'm going to consume it all, basically.
I'm going to try to.
Drink it all in. First things first. What is it?
I guess the trailer just dropped for the Street Fighter V story mode.
Right, and honestly, that's like the best trailer for. That's the best trailer for a Street Fighter movie that we'll never get.
Right.
But you can play it instead.
I'm very interested to see how detailed the story was, because some little bits made me think that there's really a story happening.
That's exactly it. Like
Charlie picking up the picture of Guile.
We've got Rashid fighting Chun-Li, what looked like.
Like, I don't want all that to be just...
Yeah, just for the trailer.
The moment right before you fight, a little thing happens.
Because it's almost what a wasted opportunity. You could have done something great here.
Definitely.
But honestly, that trailer hyped me more than I felt that it could have.
Right.
I'm a big fan of Street Fighter, obviously. But I haven't really played the games in a long time.
Right.
But, actually gave a crap about games and whatnot. But this one actually made me go, I guess I might need to get a PS4.
Yeah, I've always liked Street Fighter quite a bit growing up. But I felt like with Street Fighter 4... but I think my love kind of divided. Okay, so as a kid, loved Street Fighter 2.
Yes.
It was the best game. Like, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, when that came out, I was like, oh, it's even faster. This is legit.
It's like, it actually is Turbo. That word means something.
Right. And then I loved that game, and, hyper fighting and stuff existed, but I didn't play it. I just played the Turbo, because that's what I had on SNES. That's what I played. But I think my passion for Street Fighter divided when they started making the Street Fighter versus X-Men or Marvel versus
honestly,
Capcom, because I already loved that stuff. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm automatically gonna like these ones more. They make the characters they're throwing Hadoukens that are huge, like fireball beams, like Dragon Ball and shit.
Right.
And I was like, this is legit. This is Street Fighter. Yeah, they're awesome. And then then Street Fighter 3 looked amazing, but it was so technically complicated that I didn't enjoy playing it.
I enjoyed button mashing, but that's how I play. I'm a button masher. I'm shit.
Right.
I'm shit.
Yeah.
And that game, if you button mash, you might be able to land some hits in, but it's not like I'm actually going to beat somebody who knows what they're doing. Never
exactly.
happens.
I would say, amongst my friends, my local friends who all just basically don't know how to play it, but we're all just, we learn some combos here and there or whatever. We make up our own. But it's not the same as when you
No,
play
not at
people
all.
who devote all of their time.
where it's like they're counting frames, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's way too much. I'm just not. It's not that to do that is bad.
No,
it's
not
just
at all.
that I've never done that.
Exactly.
So there's no chance that I'm gonna last against somebody.
Exactly. Someone who knows exactly. Oh yeah, that, I knew which frame I can hit you, and I'm like, there's frames.
Right.
I think look how awesome they're moving. That's what I gave a shit about.
Yeah, especially with Street Fighter 3. Like,
Street Fighter 3 was beautiful.
Are incredible.
Oh, it still is, and it holds up, and it's ridiculous because it's old now, but it's still so stunning. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the new Street Fighter I'm hyped about regarding that. But it's just weird because we were talking before. It's like, so wait, the game comes out next month, but this story mode comes out summer. So what am I supposed to do for the next couple months? Just basically die against everyone online?
Right. The game drops mid-February, and then they don't put a story mode out till middle of the summer.
Yeah, and so it's bizarre. It's bizarre.
But I understand at the same time. I'm like, the hardcore people that really give a shit about Street Fighter enough to like, I need it day one.
Right.
They're trying to smash other people online.
And you know they will.
So I totally get that. I totally get it. But at the same time, like for the people like me that like, I'm only gonna want to play against a person if it's a person I know and they're sitting next to me.
Right, like old school times.
Right, exactly. That's when I loved Street Fighter. Was beating the shit out of my friends and then passing the controller to the next kid.
Also, I like to play that, but I also enjoyed playing story mode.
Yeah, and the story modes were fun.
Yeah, because it's who am I going to fight next?
But because I can't get that local experience anymore, the story mode is all I really care about.
Exactly. So, but now you got to wait, like, I don't know, months.
But whatever. I'll wait and I'll play it if I play it. Yep. I think I can still love Street Fighter without having to buy all the new games. Because,
absolutely.
Because I love it from something in the past.
Plus, I love it because of art design. That's really my main focus.
I love the universe of Street Fighter.
Exactly. The characters, the storyline. I give a shit about storyline.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there was that, and that looked great. Street Fighter. Game related. We don't normally talk about games, and that's probably one of the only things we'll talk about game related.
Hey, but it's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing that you
we don't have like a specific stuff we got to talk about. We just talk about whatever's interesting.
Whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah. So the Street Fighter thing sounds cool. Check out the trailer.
Looks cool. It actually looks great.
Yeah, it's got neat stuff in it.
Again, I would watch it.
But on to the live action bits. We had a little bit of casting news.
Yep.
We got in the Doctor Strange movie.
If you watch Netflix Marco Polo series,
which you should because
it's great. The fella who plays Genghis Khan, he's been cast as Wong in Doctor Strange. I give thumbs up to that.
Is he Genghis?
I think he's Genghis. Or he's a Khan.
He is a Khan.
He's a Khan.
I think he's the son of Genghis Khan.
Maybe, probably, most likely. I don't recall. It's been a while since I've seen it. All I know is it's a great series.
Either way, the series is really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's basically like Game of Thrones with Asians.
Kind of, yeah. And it's done well.
Now, for me, this threw me off, but for a little bit. But once you get into it, it's fine. Almost all of the Asians don't speak with an Asian accent.
No, they speak either like
a British accent.
British.
It's really, really bizarre to me.
Because British is foreign in America.
I get it. It just seems really bizarre that going deep into the royalty of these foreign countries that they would still talk like British people.
Whatever, it works.
Yeah, but it's like playing an Assassin's Creed game in that way, because they do that shit too. But
he's been cast
but the acting is good despite that, and the show is really awesome. The action is really awesome.
Yes.
So definitely check it out for that alone. But the guy who plays the Khan in that show, he's a really good actor. He's one of the main reasons to watch that show.
Absolutely, and he's been cast as Wong.
Yeah, Benedict Wong is playing Wong.
Wong.
In
So
Doctor Strange.
he'll
So
forever be a Wong.
Yeah, that should be really awesome because that guy is awesome. I hope his part is a bit more legitimate than just like, bringing him tea and shit. I hope he's like.
Well, I know they say in
like
some
a
of
junior
the
wizard or something.
well, in some of the stories, he's essentially he's a partner. He's not just a sidekick.
Right. He should be more like Cato.
Exactly. Well, but martial arts, not like as brilliant.
Like he should come in and fuck shit up too.
Oh yeah.
Because he's been studying it forever.
Right. Like, not be like, oh, he's just the Asian guy that's assisting me. It's like, no, he's actually, if anything, he's essentially an equal to Strange, just not in the magic realm.
Right.
And to me, that's boss, because essentially it's like, wait, so there's two of these fellas, except one, will fuck me up even harder, magic-wise, the other one, physically, will just destroy me.
Yeah, so that should be good.
Should be awesome.
I like that dude.
I do too. I've got hopes
should
for
be
that.
awesome.
I'm looking forward to that.
Punisher Netflix series was officially announced?
I guess, yeah, they officially announced that they're going to do a Netflix series on Punisher. We all assumed that they were going to do that already.
Right. There was rumors of that from the beginning.
Absolutely.
But they didn't put a date on it or anything.
No date yet. Right? No dates. I don't think anyways. My thing
so we don't know where it fits in the time.
Right, exactly.
It could be way later.
Could be way later, but my thing is, where the fuck's Iron Fist?
You're right.
Give me Iron Fist already.
Well, they're just now about to do Luke Cage, dude.
They're filming it,
still
right?
Gotta give it a little bit of time.
Are they filming Luke Cage? I thought they're filming it already.
Yeah, they've been filming it.
Cast your Iron Fist already. Have him cameo. I know it's nice that they've mentioned, the Rand family in Jessica Jones and whatnot. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, but that's not really even a spoiler.
Yeah, just that they're mentioned. It's like literally nothing beyond that.
Nothing beyond that. So I spoiled a fraction of a second for you. But yeah. Bring on the Rands, bring on Danny Rand, show him. And if, I know people maybe we'll make him Asian or part Asian. Do it. I don't care. Just give me Iron Fist already.
Yeah.
I understand their concerns. It's but he's a mystical fighter. I'm like, dude, you're set in a world where lots of crazy shit.
I think the biggest thing for me is they have to get the costume right.
I think they can do it, dude.
It's so easy to make that costume look weird.
Yeah.
Especially because it's green and yellow, and he wears capris in some versions.
I think they can do it, dude. I have faith in them in that costume department stuff. I
do to some degree, but it depends on the costume. If it's how are they going to do Daredevil? Daredevil's I'm not too worried about. It's they can do a lot of different versions of Daredevil before it starts looking like hella dumb, where you're like, oh god, why did his horns are 6 inches long or whatever.
He looks like Batman, but it's inversed.
Right, yeah. It's just, there's a lot of ways to mess it up, but I don't think they're going to do too bad with a Daredevil suit. With Iron Fist, though, his beginning suit is kind of silly, so it depends on which version they go with.
I have faith, regardless. But all I know is that I want it. I want it, but I want it to be good. So if they have to wait to make sure it's good, then it's not. I think that's it, dude. They're just trying to make sure it's good. I get that. No, I get that. It's hard. You when they promised all these things at the start,
right?
It got me hyped, and you have to understand the hype behind that. When you advertise all this shit's going to happen, but then plans obviously are changing. It's we're going to get Punisher before him or something?
Well, see, the one good thing if we get Punisher beforehand, that's still fine, because the main thing is they have a deadline on Defenders.
I want them to match that deadline, though. Yeah, I don't want them to replace Iron Fist with Punisher in the Defenders.
I don't think that's the case. I think if they get to Defenders before they do Iron Fist, then the Defenders is where they debut Iron Fist before he gets his own series.
I'm fine with that, but he better be a bloody part of that team.
Oh, I feel like they've got to, dude. They've got to.
That's really my thing. But otherwise, I'm excited. The Netflix Marvel's killing it.
I think it'd be cool if they hush already cast him, and he shows up in Luke Cage's series.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, cameo Danny Rand. Not even Iron Fist, just Danny Rand.
Yeah.
Because at least that way, you've cast the fella.
Right.
We're getting a bit of a taste of him. And then if you do your Netflix Daredevil and stuff, obviously Netflix Daredevil Season 2 is going to air after that. And then whatever's after that, who knows? Maybe Jessica Jones Season 2, which they've already announced also.
Right.
Or maybe, even if you do your Punisher stuff, fine. And if your plot is in Defenders, we're going to see the first Iron Fist set, and then after Defenders, he gets his own solo. I'm cool with that. But all I'm saying is that I want the Defenders to be what their plan was for the Defenders, being the team that they set out to be, is all. That's all.
So, and hopefully we hear more about that sooner than later.
Hopefully. Just like, don't even tell us who it is. Just say, we got him already. He's in it. He's going to be there. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. You don't have to show me all these things. Just let us know that, everything's going good. Being left in the dark is what's...
still on course,
absolutely. Don't, just let us know that it's all good still. That's really it. Just keep us informed about that. You don't have to say, here's this fellow, or here's this possible fellow here. Regardless, we know he's going to be there, but just let us know that it's going good right now, that you're on track still, that you haven't derailed and have changed your plans and whatnot. And if you do, let us know of these plans.
Yeah.
So, quite excited.
And hopefully they turn out good, because it's exciting times.
That way you keep that, obviously the quality up as good as all your other Netflix shows.
Right. But, speaking of trying to keep up, let's flip to the other side, because DC is trying to keep up. And it seems like they're taking a couple cues from maybe Guardians a little bit.
Definitely.
With this new Suicide Squad trailer. And I say new, but I guess technically it's the first Suicide Squad trailer, because the other thing was just their sizzle reel from Comic-Con. It wasn't supposed to be a trailer at all.
Right. Thoughts on it, though?
I think it looked pretty cool. Okay, everybody's making a real big deal about them using Bohemian Rhapsody.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, oh man, it's so awesome, these Bohemian Rhapsodies are cute. But it's a deep cut. Like a lot of people are like, oh, this is the most iconic use of that song since Wayne's World. And I'm like, that's awesome that's what people remember it from.
Right.
But Bohemian Rhapsody and Queen is awesome all the time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It didn't, go away.
Yeah, it's never not been awesome.
Right.
That song will forever be awesome.
But at the same time, it does feel a little bit Guardians-y. They did
absolutely.
a classic rock thing, and they did how in Guardians, in the Guardians trailer, they run down a list of a guy reading off their rap sheet where he's like, oh, this one's a tree and this one's a raccoon.
Yeah, he's a raccoon. This guy is a burglar. He's a space. They did exactly
this
the same.
This guy calls himself Star-Lord. Yeah. And he did the same thing in this trailer. Except this guy burns people. This guy fucking is a crocodile or whatever.
You're a witch. You're a witch.
They did the same thing over a classic rock song, and
But I am cool with that, and I'm
cool with it because that was an awesome movie from Marvel, and if that was their thinking going into at least the trailer for
this one,
rad.
yeah, exactly. It's like if you are the equivalent, where essentially, no one knows who Suicide Squad is unless you read comics. But even with that, some people who read comics don't even know who Suicide Squad is.
Right. They've done an okay job of slowly integrating them into other stuff. They gave them the animated movie,
right?
And they showed up on Arrow,
right?
But I think this version of what that is going to be very different and a lot more compelling, even just from what we've seen so far.
Right.
So I'm glad. I'm excited for whatever this is going to be. I've said a couple podcasts ago, I'm looking more forward to this one than Batman v Superman. Yeah. Because this one could be anything.
Yeah, it hasn't been because it's an open book right now.
Yeah, we've never gotten a supervillain movie before. They talked about Sinister Six, and this one beat them to the punch. So, I'm really excited for that. And the trailer looked good, man.
It looks
Margot
fun.
Robbie has some lines of dialogue. They tried to establish her personality.
We saw a bit of
more
jokes.
shots of more shots of Joker. More shots of Deadshot with the eyepiece this time.
More shots of Will Smith. Cause
he
that's
jumps
all I'm saying.
on a car and shoots stuff with his arm guns.
Yep.
Feels very
without wearing the mask.
It feels very much to me like the end of Avengers, but at nighttime.
Right.
At nighttime, and it's bad guys.
Yeah, but we're bad guys. You know.
Right. We're gonna go save the world, but I broke a window and stole a purse.
I stole a purse. What's wrong with you guys? We're bad guys. All right.
we say that, but I want to see it. It looks
no. But the thing is, I'm saying it because that's just how it was delivered, and that's really it. Like, it's not gonna say by me saying that. It's not like, what a garbage of a movie.
Right. Their tagline is "Worst heroes ever."
Right.
Which is interesting.
Very Marvel.
Yeah, very Marvel-y. A lot of speculation around the Clint Eastwood's kid. What's his name? Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood. Is that he's Deathstroke?
That he's Deathstroke. Yeah. Which
I'm okay.
That's fine.
Whatever.
But I don't know what from the trailer indicates that though. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? It's honestly, I don't think it's based on any indication, but it's more hopeful.
Right. There was a lot of rumors about Deathstroke being in the movie early on, but they thought it was the guy playing Jack Frost, which is Joker's henchman or whatever.
Right.
There was rumors early on that Joe Manganiello guy was going to be Deathstroke as well.
He needs to be in something. He needs to be Shazam, I'm telling you. Still.
Yeah, man, Shazam is the
like
play.
Joe Manganiello for Shazam.
Yeah. We haven't heard nothing about it for a while, but
I know,
he did say that he was in talks with DC for a character, but he
honestly,
said it wasn't.
If he was fighting Rock, I would believe it.
Yeah, man, I'd be totally fine with it too. That sounds fucking good.
But yes, that trailer looks great. You said that there was some stuff in the trailer that possible readers.
Excuse me. Right now, everybody's trying to figure out who the villain is. And there's some scenes where, like a train is getting all cut up by it looks like shards of crystal or something. And there's another scene where there's like an explosion with like a rainbow going through it, and a bunch of like demons on the ground.
Right. What is the current speculation based on those things?
Okay, so my early guess was that it was Enchantress either getting her full abilities or her releasing her brother. Because I know in the comics she has a storyline where the witch that is possessing her is trying to release her brother from another dimension or something.
Could that still be a possibility?
It could be, but here's the thing.
Okay.
I forgot about this, but we did talk about this on the podcast a long time ago. They cast Common.
Oh yeah, he's
the tattooed man.
Right. Oh yeah, he has to, and that's his ability.
The tattooed man is like Green Lantern. He can like make projections of his tattoos that form into like holographic things. So maybe that's how they're interpreting the holograms, is like crystallized like things. And
Or maybe
like,
do you know all those demon type creatures? How they look very like dark and inky. Maybe it's those things that they're fighting.
That's what I'm saying. It totally could be. And he had the horns all over his head and the photos. And he's bald. And if you look at the shot of the guy tearing up the train, they show him from the back for just a second. And if you pause it, it's definitely a dude.
Do you think that's common?
And he's bald. I can't tell because he doesn't have any clothes or anything. But the shit that's on him looks like very designed. Like the crystal that's like armor around him. Looks very So it could be that character. I'm not really sure, but very, very interesting either way.
Also very cool because it's like we're forgetting there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle.
Definitely, and David Ayer says all of them are connected really well. All the movies are going to be connected.
I trust him.
Yeah,
I trust.
I
trust what they're doing.
Of watching Sabotage. Have you seen that movie?
I have. I actually thought it was pretty good.
I am almost done with it. I'm like a little more than halfway through with it.
It's not bad, is it?
So far, it's pretty good. I'm okay with I'm curious how that like his style fits with what I've seen in Suicide Squad, because Suicide Squad looks so stylized. And Sabotage doesn't necessarily.
No.
So I'm very, very curious. But the team dynamic and how they interact with each other, I can totally see how that fits.
Agreed there. I'm like, this feels like they're actually a team. Like, these guys are a bunch of actors who's like, hey, this could be the first time working with each other. But in the film, watching the film, like, it really does feel like they are family. Yeah,
and they made them like bond ahead of time, all of them getting the same tattoos and all this crazy crap behind the scenes. So I hope that chemistry works out. Otherwise, they're going to be like, God damn it, why do we get these dumb squad tattoos?
And we can't even spell it right.
Yeah, they didn't even
spell squad right. Whoever spelled this? David.
Fucking David.
Fucking David.
That guy is fired.
But he directed it. But yeah, those are actually cool possibilities in terms of the film. And because we don't really know a thing about this, it makes it more exciting.
What did you think of the more extended look of Joker, though? Now that we've seen him talk a little bit more.
I like it. I like
the shot. We've heard his laugh fully.
I like his laugh. His laugh is great. It's mainly that forehead tattoo.
Right.
That's really that was really one of the only issues that I had. All those other tattoos, whatever. It's just damaged.
The damage tattoo is only a problem in extreme close-ups.
Yes, but like in a distance, I won't notice
all of the other shots, the writing is so thin and so close to his hairline that you don't even notice it.
Yeah, you don't see it. That's why I don't think I'm gonna normally have issues with it, and so that's fine. But yeah, it's like if he's looking directly to the camera and it's a close-up and you just see he's got a damaged forehead.
Yeah.
It's like that really didn't need to be there. But otherwise, like, his performance is going to be solid enough for me to forget about it, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm hoping so anyway. Yeah. He looks pretty cool. They showed him in like a full tux in the trailer, which looks great. Awesome.
It looks great.
He's also, like shooting a Gatling gun from a helicopter.
I had the issue of Will Smith. Like, I like Will Smith. He's cool, but I just see Will Smith. That's my thing. Yeah. And that was my primary issue with this, is that I'm like, are we going to get more expression from Will Smith than what we've been seeing in the film? Like, is he going to am I going to get Deadshot from him? Or is it just going to be another Will Smith vehicle?
But I wonder if Deadshot is as integral to the plot as all that. Like, is he the main character of this, or is he a side character? Is he part of an ensemble for real?
The thing is, I would love... You know what? I would love it if he was actually part of an ensemble.
Right. I don't want Suicide Squad to be
Will Smith.
The Will Smith franchise.
That's why I was most concerned about this from the beginning. I'm like, oh great, it's going to be a Will Smith film.
Like, and if they do a sequel, obviously the team has to rotate.
Yeah.
I'm
way more okay.
They might keep a few, like Margot Robbie and Will Smith.
Of course.
But I think a lot of the other ones will change.
Because they'll probably die or something.
They'll die, or they'll do different characters. Because the thing that DC has over Marvel is DC has access to all of their characters.
Exactly. They don't have like, oh, you can't use these guys because they're with Fox.
Right. They have access to whatever dumb, like, weird shit they want to do, they have it.
And the thing about this, right, is because, like, characters that say we, the regular watching public, don't know of, you can actually redo them to make them fit within this world that you're making and make them awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
They can do that. And I'm hoping that they do with a lot of this stuff. So.
Yeah.
But Suicide Squad, excited by it, looks cool.
Yeah, man, definitely looking forward to that one.
Great trailer.
Seems exciting so far.
Great trailer.
So I want us to find out if it's Tattooed Man. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know who you think it might be. Email us.
What have you guys heard? If you've heard anything else, let us know. What's the latest haps? On to the next there's some Thor 3 stuff going on.
Thor 3 news. I was getting tongue-tied before when I was saying it. I don't know why.
Yeah. So Cate Blanchett
Is death, right? Is that
she
it?
is
Hella. Oh, your favorite word. She's
Hella.
hella.
She's hella.
She's a hella.
Yeah, I think Cate Blanchett is awesome, and so if she's playing a character that's supposed to be that big, I don't know that much about the character because I never read many Thor comics.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little bit into it during the Coipel's run on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's amazeballs, and I will read pretty much anything that guy does.
Right.
But I didn't read much beyond that, so I don't know a lot of his lore. So if everybody's saying she's a big deal, then awesome.
I heard
the rumor with her is that because she is like the ruler of the underworld in Thor's lore, that she could be replacing the Death character in Thanos' storyline. Because Thanos is supposed to be obsessed with the personification of death in the Marvel Universe.
Which is a lady.
Like a Grim Reaper lady.
Yeah.
And so because she is already that character, in a way, Cate Blanchett's Hela would replace her. Which I'm kind of fine with. I get the idea of it's easier just to introduce this character that's already part of Thor's lore and then connect that immediately to Thanos without just being like, oh, and also there's the Grim Reaper, and Thanos wants to have sex with the Grim Reaper.
She wants to fuck death. I think the thing about this though is that like a strong female actress, just actress in general, a good one. Hopefully we can get a recurring villain, another recurring villain other than just Loki.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and if this one is going to play a major part in hopefully the next, Thor 3 obviously, but also the Infinity Wars, excellent. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's go Marvel.
Yeah, I'm game.
I'm definitely open. And Cate Blanchett, great actress. She was in Cinderella playing the evil stepmother. She was great as that.
Still haven't seen that one.
It's a movie.
Yep.
If you've seen the original Cinderella, yeah. The cartoon one, then just imagine it's actors instead.
Alright, do they have the music?
I don't remember.
They must not have then. I feel like you would remember if they had music in it.
Yeah, I don't remember. No, they removed the music. But
does that seem good?
I don't know, that's the thing. Like, I think with some films like they do, like, if they do Aladdin, they gotta do music.
Right.
If they do Little Mermaid, they have to do the music.
Do they have to? Do you think they're beholden to it? Like, with Jungle Book, are they doing the music in that?
No. Oh, yes they are.
Are they?
Yeah, I was told I read somewhere they are.
Huh.
Maybe not all of them, but I know a few of the numbers have made it in there.
Huh.
Because Mowgli never really had a song.
Right.
It's mainly the other animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure I read that you hear, what is his name? Christopher Walken sing.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, if he's singing, then it's going to be musical, or a musical of some sort anyways.
I kind of hope so, honestly.
Yeah, I do too. Like, if you're going to do an adaptation and stuff like that, make it important. Just bloody do the songs, damn it.
And it's like, it's giving that to the next generation of kids who might skip out on all that great Disney music.
Right. So that could be excellent.
Hopefully.
But yes, Thor 3 looks great, and it's going to be directed by an unknown, who did What We Do what was that?
What We Do in the Shadows?
What We Do in the Shadows, that's right, yeah. So that should be good.
And the rumor right now, also, which I don't know how much I buy, but if it is true, then awesome, is that...
Oh, yeah, that's right, the rumor is that, yeah.
Thor, when getting sent to this other dimension or whatever, after the events of Ragnarok, his head is shaved and he gets sent to a planet where it's like really barbaric and they have to fight in champions. And Hela also, I didn't mention this when we talked about it before we recorded. Hela is supposed to destroy Mjolnir in the movie. So when he goes to the gladiator planet, he has to fight without the hammer.
Oh, is he gonna fight with his axe?
I don't know, but they said that he's supposed to get his head shaved and he's supposed to fight without the hammer. And he ends up having to fight the champion of this gladiator planet, and that happens to be the Hulk. And that's how they
do the Planet
first,
Hulk kind of thing.
That's how they first get to interact in this, whatever this adventure movie is.
I'm so excited by this.
If that's real, then cool. I was
Regardless,
it makes
I'm
sense
still excited
if they would do Planet Hulk in that kind of way.
I
want to see how they connect him leaving an Avengers and a Quinjet to him being on a gladiator planet.
Right. And I'm sure they'll explain it. I'm sure it's going to be explained, but like...
Especially because he was supposed to be in Civil War, so I'm like, what happened that we missed?
Mm-hmm. What happened that everybody missed?
Like, I'm fine with the story idea. That sounds awesome. But I'm very curious how they'll tie the two
How it's
together.
depicted, yeah. I think that's the key to these things, where it's like, I'm cool with whatever idea you have, just make sure once it's explained, there's no holes.
Right.
It's actually good.
So that sounds cool to me. That pretty much covers the Thor stuff. But
excellent.
But back on the DC side, they released 2 TV spots.
2?
Yeah. There was a Clark side and a Batman side.
What was the Clark side?
It was just the conversation in the Daily Planet with Clark and Perry Black.
Perry Black?
Yeah. Black Perry White.
Black Perry White, yeah. I was like, who is this Perry Black? Did they make this guy brand new?
Yeah,
okay.
So those were cool. It was nice seeing Batman explain a little bit more his mindset on why he's gonna fuck up Superman.
Or why he just wants to kill him.
Right, he's like, this dude is so powerful that if there's just even the slightest chance that he's not a good guy, we have to murder him.
Yeah, I love it, because I'm like, you are insane.
He's insane, but he's not, like, completely wrong.
No, he's not completely wrong. He's just insane, though.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that one, man. It sounds cool. They got back to the Superman Batman side of things,
yes,
which hopefully
other
people will enjoy. Hopefully that'll turn people back around, since it seemed like a lot of people were upset by the last trailer.
It was like, Thor, what is this?
Yeah.
Why are they friends?
But hopefully that's good.
Yep.
And on the last little bit of stuff going on for Civil War, they've not really said too much about Spidey's involvement.
No, they haven't.
And to me, that's kind of cool. So they've been pretty good about nobody's seen anything, because they shot all of the stuff that he's in a closed set. So I think if they want to, other than merchandise leaks or toilers, as Kevin Smith calls them, I think that we'll be pretty safe as far as seeing Spider-Man until that movie comes out, if they want.
I don't care. It's going to be wicked.
Because you watched that interview with the Russos, yeah?
I did, and that was very great.
There was a great interview that Collider did with the Russo brothers, where they talk pretty candidly about what's happening behind the scenes going into Civil War, and they talk about Spidey in a few different instances.
Mm-hmm. And how excited. I like their excitement.
How excited they are, like their sort of approach to it, their love for the character. It sounds like he's going to be a very funny character in a movie that has a lot of stakes. Mm-hmm. So he's going to kind of balance things out, because his character is less involved with the main dramatic story, and I think that's awesome.
In a movie with a lot of delicious steaks.
Yeah, with a lot of porterhouse T-bone steaks.
T-bones and sirloin and...
Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited to see how he works out, man. Because everybody that listens to this by now, I'm sure knows I'm a Spidey fan to the oomph degree.
He's a webhead.
Yeah. So I'm very, very excited for how this one works out, and even more so because I really, really enjoyed Ultimate Spider-Man, and I think that's the direction they're going. So very, very exciting times. But on that front, there was a couple images put out recently.
Oh, yeah. Which one we'll talk about first?
One is the hoodie. Let's talk about the hoodie first.
Cool. There's a hoodie that's... it wasn't supposed to come out yet, right? The leak of this.
No, they made a big deal that they were going to release it officially on the 15th of January.
And it's past the 15th,
and it leaked a couple days before that, and then they put it out on schedule, but it was just a couple images of a hoodie that they built up so much hype around them releasing it that people assumed that the hoodie is going to reveal what the costume looks like,
or at least partially what
right.
like give a better idea of what the costume of Spider-Man
and
could
based
look
on
like more.
what they showed, it very well could be that, but keep in mind also, I did look at the other hoodie designs.
And they're not very.
And the hoodie design for Cap, while it does slightly resemble his outfit in like the location of the star and some of the little design elements, it is very minimalized and very altered to where you're like, it's an approximation, but it's not the costume. It doesn't give a good enough example of the costume to know what that looks like.
Exactly.
So the Spidey costume could very well be the same thing. Like there's on the forearms, it looks like the red parts won't be gloves; they'll just be forearm guards.
Or that they won't be attached to his shoulders.
Right, and they won't be exactly. They don't have like the stripe going up the side of the arm to the shoulders. That'll be all separate. The spider logo itself is very large, and it's based off the classic like bubbly spider design, not the like super thin angular ones that started
or the current one right now where it's
the amazing one where it goes all the way down his body. So it's very, very different. I'm interested to see how that works, because they were saying earlier in all the speculation and early rumor talks that the costume was very reminiscent of the classic Spider-Man look.
Exciting.
So I don't know exactly what that means, but I don't think the hoodie necessarily represents that. One of the big things, though, I noticed about the hoodie is that the webbing is all. It's not like a gridded pattern like the webbing typically is.
It's like a real web.
Yeah, it's all randomized webbing like pattern, which is interesting. But I think it would be really cool if this hoodie was like legitimately his look of his. Like put together outfit.
Yeah, that's why it looks patchwork.
Right, that would be really, really cool.
I would love a patchwork one, dude.
Yeah.
Still, though, I mean, what would make me the most excited is if his homemade hoodie was Scarlet Spider.
It'd be good, but I just don't think enough people would know what the hell that was.
Right, it's not happening. But I'm just saying, if you just got a glimpse of that, or one of his ideas, like I got a bunch of sketches of ideas, and that was one of them, I'd be like, I'll put my hand in the air, like, yes. Thank you for acknowledging something.
I would definitely love that, because Scarlet Spider, like, he's my shit. Yeah. I made a custom action figure of him as a kid, because I love that character so bad.
Yep, I've seen it.
It's garbage.
It's amazing.
I love that character, so that'd be wicked. But whatever it is, it's going to be awesome. At least I hope. But, that being said, the other image that was leaked was of supposedly a backstage scene of a green screen, Tom Holland standing on the set in the Spider-Man outfit without the mask on.
Right.
But I just don't buy the image, man.
I don't believe it. And again, like I was saying before, when you first showed it to me, I was like, everything right now is a lie until Marvel has officially shown us.
Right.
Like via trailer, via promotional image. Yeah. Officially, I'm not going to believe any of these things until that moment. It's cool. All these are neat. They're very cool. But all of it, to me right now, It's just fans excited, making their own stuff about it. Cool.
Yeah, but if that is the costume, I'm a little bit disappointed because it's very, very weird. There's all kinds of random lines in it.
Right.
That are like, angular lines. It
Question.
looks like his body looks like a 3D model. It doesn't even look like a real human.
Question to you regarding that.
Yeah.
If that was, say that were the real one. Does it even resemble that hoodie?
No.
That's why it's weird.
Yeah, not even close.
That's another reason why I was like, that's odd. So, if that's supposed to be what that is, why doesn't it resemble that in any way? Right?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's really, really strange to me looking. It's a very, very strange looking image. It's supposed to be him standing on set next to a green screen with like wires on. Mm-hmm. But his head kind of looks like a cutout.
Yeah,
to me.
it looks weird. Like he looks awkward. The shape is bizarre.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's a real body underneath there.
Yeah, it's just
that's why I'm like,
there's enough weird things about it where I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
But anybody that's like, oh no, it's real, definitely. I advise you go look at that. Go look at that Ant-Man or Age of Ultron after credits scene leaked of Spider-Man, and it's like him on the side of a building doing a window washer thing. We did it as a cover.
Yeah,
and that was completely faked.
But looked amazing.
But it looked legit.
Yeah, and it goes to show. Like, it's cool and all, and the people who make this, I know it's all done in fun and stuff, but that's a lot of effort, it seems. A lot of these times where I'm like, what do you get out of this?
Yeah, it just seems real bizarre, but whatever happens with it, I'm excited. I hope, as much as a Spider-Man fan as I am, as much as I want to see that costume, I hope somehow they can keep it from me until that movie is out. If they're able to Star Wars this shit and make it so I legitimately don't see it.
Mate, you know it's possible for studios to do this, because if they could do that with Star Wars, which is a Disney film,
right?
You can do it. It's doable. There's no excuse at these days. No excuse.
Yeah.
No excuse.
But they still come out with these. Well, you know what? Actually, his forearm things do have They are like the forearm things in that hoodie.
His head stands out way too much in that. Like, there's so many weird blurs in that image.
He does have the forearm things like the hoodie, though, and he does have the separated shoulder. And the spider is vaguely similar.
But his head stands out way too much. Look at the focus of his head.
It is weird, man. It is weird looking.
I don't know. Again,
but look at his body. Like, to me, his body looks like a computer-generated body.
Right? It looks like it's standing bizarre. Even the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow looks like a cutout.
There's too many things going against this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, whatever. We'll see. And the thing is, I'm like, we're going to see it in the movie, so whatever.
But if it is that one, man, I don't like all the weird trimming all over it.
Right? It looks like it's, there's lots of partitions.
Right, to nothing.
Yeah. Like, without purpose.
The shapes all over the boots in particular, I don't think look very good.
No, it looks too random.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's not real.
Yeah, I'm just going to decide it's not real.
No, it's not real. It's not real. Again, if Marvel hasn't officially, it's not real.
Yeah, I don't want it to be. Let's make it not be.
It's not real.
Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, if it is, it doesn't look like the little bit that the Russos showed, even when they did they took a little snippet.
Yeah, those things. It looks nothing like any of those things.
No.
It's not real, Russ. It's a cool idea where I'm sure whoever made this is like, I'm gonna fucking fool the internet. I am so cool. But I'm not gonna even credit myself, so it's not even, they're not even gonna know it's me that fooled them.
Yeah, just in their mind they're like, ha ha.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's like,
have you seen Super Troopers? where he's got the bar of soap in the dude's coffee.
Yeah.
It is exactly that, where he's like, it's super obvious and dumb, but the dude's just like, haha, I fucking got you.
Got you. Fucking got you. Yeah. And it's like, what? It's that. It is that. The guy's like there twiddling his fingers who did this, and he's like, I just photoshopped the world.
Yep.
Fooled them.
But here's hoping it at least looks good. I don't want a dumb looking outfit.
No.
It'll make me sad on the inside. So.
But the excitement is there. It's gonna be dope. Its Civil War looks super promising.
It does, and from everything I've heard about it behind the scenes, it sounds very, very cool.
Yep.
There's stuff that like apparently Schnepp knows. Like they were talking to the people behind the scenes, and John Schnepp from another Collider show that we watch. Now this guy said that he's talked to the Russos, and they compared it to scenes from the Raid 2, like a giant chase sequence that apparently involves Spider-Man, which I guess you can get away with if he's going to be a completely CGI character. Then he doesn't have to be out there in the suit, you know.
Just the excite behind that.
Oh man, my hype is so fucking genuine for that movie. I'm so excited.
My thing is, I want for these films to match my hype. And
right.
it's definite. I'm asking for a lot by saying that. But
yeah.
I believe in the guys who are behind all these films.
I'd be happy if it was possible.
Like if it's as good, there's not a lot to ask for. Hopefully, if it's as good as Winter Soldier, consider me satisfied.
If it's just as good as the trailer implies,
yes,
I'm totally fine with it.
Right. If we get everything that we got in the trailer, which we're going to get, right, and it happens to be as good as a film as Winter Soldier,
right,
excellent. Again, because that is one of the highest Marvel films for me.
Now, granted, again, in that interview, they said it's going to be a very different tone film. Like they said, if the last one was a political thriller, then this one is more of a psychological thriller. I'm very interested in what that means.
So there's a lot of mind games?
Yeah, like they said that because they try to make you change how you feel about Tony, how you feel about Cap, and they want it to change over and over again as you're watching the film.
That gets me more hyped.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited for this. So excited.
I know, like we just said at the start of the episode, we're pretty excited by Suicide Squad, BVS. Honestly, though, from the very beginning, it was going to be Civil War. It always has been Civil War that I'm the most looking forward to.
I don't have a choice, man. It's Spider-Man joining the Marvel
other than TMNT too, but that's for different reasons.
Right, but it's very similar reasons for me because
kind of
Turtles and Spider-Man, those two things like make me as a human being. So I fucking love those two properties from diapers to now. So
yeah, and
that's
again,
shit.
Also, that makes sense because it's like if that Turtles film delivers exactly what they showed us in the trailer, I will be satisfied.
Yep.
That's it. I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
If the ratio of turtles and humans were the same as the trailer, consider me very satisfied because we saw a lot of turtles in that trailer.
Right, let's keep the humans to a minimum.
Yeah, like keep them to the... They're there because they need to be there, not because they're the focus.
Hopefully Casey Jones is cool, because...
Hopefully he's not Oliver Queen, that's my thing.
Alright, he's the only one I'm worried about.
Yeah, likewise, which is weird, because everyone's like, but no, he's great in Arrow. I'm like, yeah, cool. This is not Arrow, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Thing. He needs to be playing Casey Jones.
Yep.
Not like, I'm Arrow. Same City.
Well, you know.
Whatever, we'll see.
Here's hoping, man. Here's hoping.
We'll see. Excitement regardless.
Definitely.
This year, dude. This year.
This year's going to be bananas. We got to do just a full rundown on the next one of everything that's coming out this year.
I think that should be the next episode. Just a rundown and talk about what we're looking forward to and shit.
Sounds good. But I think that covers everything for now. I'm
Yep.
glad to get back in the swing of things.
Yep. Sorry about the delay of a lot of these things. We've had a lot of things going on. I know life gets in the way and stuff.
This is our first podcast since Jeff went back to Australia.
Exactly. We're not in the same room anymore.
We had to get that figured out.
Kind of. Yeah, we're back to the web, so the quality is probably not the same, but whatever.
We're going to try a couple things as well.
Right.
With a couple where we could even have some of you guys join in the conversation via Google Hangout, maybe.
Google Hangouts, maybe.
Maybe we'll be able to draw live in some of these.
Right. Like,
Hopefully we'll figure some of that out.
Also, yeah. I mean, honestly, even with this one, I'm not sure if there's going to be even a video for YouTube. It might just be the image of,
Right. At this specific moment, both of us got a bunch of shit to do.
There's a lot of things. If I can squeeze something, I will try. I promise that. That's all I can promise. I will try. And but yeah, thank you for joining us again. Hopefully you can keep joining us every time we release an episode.
And write in and let us know what you guys are.
We will respond to everything you actually send us. Whether it's via email or a comment on YouTube, share it as well. Writing your opinions. Spread the word.
So we can do this a bunch more.
Yeah, we're going to do it a bunch more. But we'd like to get more people's opinions on these things.
Yeah, that are listening and writing in and engaging.
Absolutely.
So do that. Hope to see you guys soon. We should have another one of these next week. As long as we're on, we're good to go now. We should be fine though.
I think we should be good from this point on. It shouldn't be too difficult.
All right.
Yeah.
So until next time, stay chipper chaps.
Stay chipper.
What up, Chipper Chat? This is Chipper Chat Chat. What up, Chipper Chat? This is Chipper Chat Chat. What up, Chipper Chat? This is Chipper Chat Chat. What up, Chipper Chat? This is Chipper Chat Chat.